Here we are in Ironbridge, 4.5 miles from the 100 House Hotel. We're right next to the River Severn. Behind us we've got the Ironbridge Brewery, which is where we get the Foundry Gold bitter. It's a great bitter to taste, but we also cook with it. And later I'll be showing you a dish that we're making right at the moment. So we're going to go in, we're going to see the process, we're going to meet Grumpy Dave, who hardly ever smiles, but he's very passionate about beer, and he's a really nice guy, and you will see him smile when he's talking about the beer. So off we go.
This tank actually contains 2,000 litres of finished beer now, 450 gallons in old money. We take a sample just to check that we've got enough live yeast, so it needs to be nice and cloudy. The nose is important. Oh, it tastes absolutely gorgeous, just right.
Very, very tasty.
We only use 4 natural ingredients. So the main ingredient is water, next ingredient is malted barley, and in Foundry Gold the one we use is actually Maris Otter, which is the Rolls Royce, the best. Third ingredient is whole leaf hops, and the final component, the bit that makes all the magic, is the yeast, and that's it. No added sugar, all the sugar comes from the barley, and the yeast turns some of that sugar into alcohol.
So here we've got the finished cask conditioned product, and obviously a lot clearer than what we had out the big can out the back. Marvellous, very tasty, tangy, a little bit sweet, super for cooking. Just as good for drinking. So here in the woods we've got some wild garlic. It has a very pungent smell, but a delicate flavour. It's great in pasta dishes, thrown in at the last minute, and today we're going to put it in some mashed potato, and we're going to serve it with the belly pork, which we're going to pick up from Bridgnorth in a minute. We're going to cook that in the beer, and we're going to have a whole melange of locally sourced products, which all taste great and are quite interesting. Okay, here we are. Keith Olson Butcher Shop in Bridgnorth. Keith has been providing us with meat for the last 18 years, and we get fantastic sweet Shropshire lamb, pork and his own farm reared beef. We're going to go inside now, and I've got a few bits and pieces to pick up. Used to split it. Lovely, one sirloin.
One sirloin for you. See that? French trimmed. One belly.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay.
Great. Okay, off we go, back to the kitchen. Okay, here we are back in the kitchen at the 100 House Hotel. We've got our belly pork from the butcher, got a beer from the Ironbridge Brewery. So, take the onions. Just need a reasonable layer of onion on the bottom of the tray. You don't have to be fussy with it. It's all going to melt down as it cooks away. Don't bother peeling the garlic. That's all going to get strained out of the sauce at the end. A couple of bay leaves and some thyme. Okay, rub caraway in. This is the allspice, very fragrant. Caraway and allspice with beer is a Northern European spice mix to go with pork as well as beef. Okay, salt and pepper on top of the pork. Rub it into the scored pork. Onto the onions. 2 pints of Foundry Gold beer. Nice citrusy, lemony flavour. So now we cook the pork in the oven for 2 hours, 2.5 hours at around 160, 170 degrees C. And then we'll take it out, cut it into portions and crisp it up as we need it. There we go, there's our Bridge North pork, braised for 2.5 hours. It's now meltingly tender, lovely and crispy, just ready to put on the plate with our sauce and garnishes. Here we have the wild garlic. We've got some sorrel. We're going to chop this up, add it to the wild garlic and put it into the mashed potatoes. Sorrel is a very sharp herb. It used to be called vinegar herb, but it'll cut the richness of the pork nicely. And as well, from our own garden, we've got chives. Bit of colour and also a nice tangy onion effect. On goes the pork. Foundry Gold sauce around the side. A few chives to finish. Okay, we've got the Bridge North pork, wild garlic and sorrel mash, roast beetroot, and a nice Foundry Gold gravy to go around the outside. All ready to go out to table 10. Thank you.